I've just come from an emergency management team meeting, and it's important that we provide the West Australian community with an update on the rapidly evolving situation. Earlier today, I confirmed we had recorded one new case of COVID-19 in addition to the initial case that we recorded yesterday. I can now tell you that we have recorded another positive case this evening. This new case, case 1024, brings the total number of cases linked to this recent outbreak to 3. Tonight we also had genomic sequencing confirm that the original case, who had visited Sydney, is now 100% confirmed as carrying the Delta variant, the same variant from the Sydney outbreak. Tonight's new positive case is a man in his 30s. He worked at the Indian Ocean Brewery and had a meal at the brewery on the same night as the original case, the Mindari woman, case 1022. That was on the evening of Tuesday, June 22. Any new positive case is not good. But what is even more concerning is this most recent infection appears to have involved only fleeting contact with the original case. We need to take this very seriously. We know the risk COVID presents, and we know from around the world that the Delta strain is another new beast that we can't take any chances with. It is debilitating and it can be deadly. And it has the potential to threaten our community, our jobs and our livelihoods. That is why, based on advice from the Chief Health Officer, effective from midnight tonight, Perth and Peel will enter a full lockdown. The lockdown will be in place for 4 days at a minimum. We will continue to review the situation based on testing numbers and information from our contact tracing teams and provide updates when we can. We hope this will be a circuit breaker, which will give our testers and contact tracers time to nail down a truer picture of how far this latest outbreak has spread. We are worried this new variant can linger in the community and can transmit between people very easily. So please, I ask everyone to do the right thing here and follow the health advice and instructions we are putting in place. I acknowledge lockdowns are very frustrating, but they are a necessary response to the threat that we face. And they continue to be the best way to keep our state safe until more people can get vaccinated. We've had lockdowns before, but what's different this time around is the threat is specifically coming from the Delta variant. We all know COVID is infectious, but the Delta variant is highly infectious. And what we are seeing with this recent outbreak is how quickly it can spread, even with just fleeting contact. I'll go through what the lockdown means effective midnight tonight. People will be required to stay home unless they need to. Work because they can't work from home or remotely. A full list of essential workers and services will be uploaded on the website as soon as possible. Shop for essentials like groceries, medicines and necessary supplies. Attend to medical or healthcare needs, including emergencies, compassionate requirements and looking after the vulnerable. To get vaccinated and exercise with a maximum of 2 adults from the same household. Children under 18 years are not counted, limited to 1 hour per day within 5 kilometre radius from home, and masks must be worn except for vigorous exercise. The following restrictions will apply for the lockdown period from 12:01 tonight, Tuesday morning, June 29, until 12:01 Saturday morning, July 3, so 4 whole days. And they are: people can enter Perth and Peel areas only to access or deliver essential health and emergency services and other essential requirements. Restaurants, cafes, pubs and bars can only provide takeaway service at this point in time for the next 4 days. Casinos, nightclubs, entertainment venues and public venues will close. Beauty, nail and hair services will close. Retail is permitted, but only for essential health services and essential goods such as supermarkets, pharmacies, petrol stations, hardware and others. Public venues such as swimming pools and recreation centres will close. Fitness venues, including private exercise venues, gyms, Pilates, yoga, dance studios, to close. Places of worship to close. Community sport is not permitted. Private outdoor gatherings are not permitted, and events and functions are not permitted. Weddings are restricted to 5 people, and for compassionate reasons and funerals, events are restricted to 10 people. No visitors will be allowed in homes unless it is for essential services, critical maintenance, caregiving and compassionate reasons, or in an emergency. Travel outside the Perth and Peel region is not permitted unless you are exempt in order to obtain or provide essential goods or services or other compassionate and medical reasons. Schools, boarding schools, childcare centres in the Perth and Peel regions will remain open, except for 3 schools that have been directly impacted, as they are listed as exposure sites. Unless exempt, people in Perth and Peel are required to wear masks outside of the home, in all indoor settings, on public transport, and outdoors at all times, except when participating in vigorous exercise. Anyone who has travelled outside of the Perth and Peel regions since Sunday must continue to wear face masks in public as per the existing directions. All these restrictions come into force from midnight tonight. We want everyone to follow the advice, do the right thing, and when in doubt, just use common sense. Today we have seen thousands of West Australians heed the call to get tested. Some queued early and waited in the cold to do the right thing. I want to thank everyone who has done that. I also want to thank all the staff involved. As I said, this is an evolving situation, but it is testing that will give us a true idea of the challenge we now face. I know today's developments are very, very disappointing, but we can take comfort in the fact that we have acted quickly. We introduced restrictions, including mandatory mask requirements, which will hopefully have helped minimise any spread. We've done it before. We've listened to the health advice and come together to keep each other safe and to keep our state strong and healthy. And now it is time to do it again. A time to prove to the rest of Australia and to the world what can be achieved when a community comes together.